I die again on the
Hello,
spawn
hello,
pool.
hello. Welcome
Round
to Kentucky Fried Dice KFD&D episode 16. Who knew we'd make it that far? I didn't. So yeah, we got Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Homebrew World, some excellent players, and we'll get to that in just a second. Oh, and thank you, Basic Witch, for the intro video compliment. I appreciate that. So tomorrow night, Jillian is going to be streaming Fall Guys. If you want to join her, you can sign up on Discord. I don't know for full or not. I haven't checked, and I don't feel like pulling it up right now. So if you're not on our Discord already, check it out and see. It's always a good time to hear her curse and fall a lot. Very much enjoy that. And then next week, oh, overly full currently, but we'll rotate through players. Okay, so thank you all for signing up. We do appreciate it. And then next week on Monday, we're going to continue our Stardew Farm. Tuesday is a Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance night. We'll get signups going for that soon. And Wednesday, we're back to Among Us. So we'll have signups for that probably early next week because we've not been on the ball at all. Week after that, we're going to be on vacation. So no streams, including KFD&D. We'll be on vacation, but still planning KFDCon, which we have some signups going on right now on our Discord. So if you want to have a weekend at the end of this month, beginning of August, playing super fun games like Dungeons and Dragons, the Star Wars role-playing game, whatever Pokemon D&D mashup Burger Bun slash Chive slash Bethany is doing, sign up for that. Plus, we have some open plays for Board Game Arena because we do love board games. We're going to have, I'm sure, some video game playing because it's just so much easier online to play video games sometimes. And other stuff, I'm sure that Jillian's going to talk to. Oh, a viticulture playthrough. We're going to have a scoreboard for probably Welcome to, and we'll definitely do a learn to play with that. A very fun draw and write, because it's not a roll and write. Definitely a draw and write. So yeah, Julian will have information on that in chat, and as always, check out our Discord for the most up-to-date information. I think that's all I have. Anybody else have something before we do a recap and get going?
Nope.
Cool. All right, who is doing the recap tonight?
That is I.
All right, let me get your video fixed real quick.
Sure, sure.
I
Give
mean,
me a
you can
cue.
go ahead and start. You're just a little off on
All
the
right.
video.
Last time we saw our heroes in episode 15. I'll start off with the flashback to James Hasbro's story, our tiefling who fell through the sinkhole that caused all this mess. However,
Hey, Ahmed, I don't want to
heroes.
interrupt you. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's nothing I can fix. You need to just kind of like lift your head up a little bit. Yeah,
Oh,
there we
sorry.
go. All good. Okay, perfect. I tried to fix it.
Um, and so um, James fell through a hole. That was not recommended by any of us, but he just did it. He floated to an underground city rooftop in darkness, and a familiar voice told him to follow the light as it led him to a dark cathedral. Once inside, his patron introduced herself as Dunya and told him of the world that was doomed unless he and his friends could intervene. The gods are in trouble, and they can't defend themselves from what is coming. She gives James a book with a promise that it contains answers. And after a brief conversation, she tells James that his friends are here. After failing to get the speaking stone connected to the wizard Schmebulok, Tam went searching for the rest of the party where she last saw them heading towards that cliff. Instead of finding her friends, however, she found the hole with two spears tied together in a crisscross fashion over the hole and a rope descending into the darkness. Recognizing Kenduckian's work, she climbed down and started looking around in the lost city. She heard a battle from far away and ran towards it. And as she approached, she saw Ken stooped over Karn's dead body. So Tam, Chime, and Ken decided to throw Karn's corpse over Ken's shoulders and find their way out of the city. And as they walked, they were led by a light, the same light that James had followed, to the same cathedral entrance where the doors had been opened. And James there learned Karn's fate. Dunya, his patron, says that she could help. And so she tried to put Karn's soul back into his body. However, His soul was missing. It was no longer in the plains. And there, out of nowhere, a deep voice came. When our adventurers turned around, they saw a 7 foot tall, massive dragonborn with black scales and decked out in full armor. It was Dragonbane, and he appeared at the back of the cathedral and interrupted them, telling the party that they might probably need his assistance. He hands a glass sphere with swirling plasma inside, like the nebulas in the sky, stating that this was indeed Karn's soul. Before he turned to leave, he threatened the party to stay out of his way. After debating about whether it was safe or not, they decided to give the sphere to Dunya and give it a try. As she began to cast her own magic, the soul was no longer complete. However, Karn, his eyes opened and he awoke, revived, but not feeling totally himself. Turns out he is no longer the same Karn that we used to know. He was trapped for 3 years in the time that he was dead in some sort of plane that he cannot describe, but spent his time training as a fighter now. After a short rest, the adventurers then set back off to the campsite, protected by Dunya's light, with more questions than answers. Thank you.
Awesome. So as you made your way back to camp, you were just completely exhausted. You did set a watch, and some of the guards for the caravan that was part of your group, of course, decided to help out with it this time, especially considering everything you'd been through, of course. Um, Sorry, how to get music going. There we go. All right, so that evening you all have your watches, and for some reason Tam is insistent on being alone on the third watch. And at that point, I don't think anyone thinks too terribly much of it. Oh, sorry, I think I'm having issues with music. I think everything is coming through. Yep, music's a little loud. Okay, we'll just deal with that later. I don't think it's picking up on stream either. So you could hear it.
Third watch.
Yeah, just. Oh, that is why. Sorry.
Second watch.
Minor technical issue.
3?
So, I think I took first watch with Tam. She was a bit distraught after still not being able to connect with Shmevilok. So I sat up with her. Even though I really wanted to read more of my book, I decided to sit with Tam. And I think we basically just sat in mostly silence. Yeah, and then gave up our first watch, and then I went to go get some much needed sleep.
And as you sat there with her, she just kind of clutching the stone and just kept trying to talk to it. And she just seemed deeply bothered the whole time. And I think likely a lot of sitting in silence, a lot of just kind of worrying and rocking back and forth as she holding the stone. The next morning, when she has her own watch, next to the smoldering remains of the fire, there's a piece of parchment with some words scribbled on it. The words written by Tam in her kind of fancy, flourishy handwriting that she has. Dear friends, I have decided that being unable to speak to Shmebilok is distracting me from our mission at hand. I think it is better off if I were to go to Shmebilok because I want to talk to him. The stone not working is very bad and makes me extremely upset. I think the two of us researching together, no doubt, can find a solution. However, I don't want to slow us down. I know time is of the essence, and I'll find a way to catch up to you as soon as possible. But in the meantime, you did such a great job of clearing a path for me. I have no doubt that using my wits and my singing and my friends, which aren't with me, but like your spirits with me, and it's going to be really great, that I will be able to make it to Schmebulock and at some point return to you. All the love, Tam. That's the note. It's really great.
So she's gone. That's
Uh,
fun.
should we go after her?
I mean, honestly, we have more important things to be doing.
I agree. I don't think we need to bother her. It sounds like she doesn't want our help.
Yeah.
I think this is something she needs to deal with on her own.
I agree.
All right, so we have a consensus. Well, then let's plan our next move.
I think we're still heading to what's it called? Mustache Pass.
Still headed north to the Handlebar Mines.
Handlebar Mines. Sorry.
And
was way
eventually
off.
to get up there, the Mustache Pass. But you realize that first you have to traverse a dangerous area only referred to as the Swamp of Patched Souls.
Wait, did you say patched with a P or hatched with an H?
Patched with a P. This is something that if you're a viewer of our channel and accumulate channel points, if you would like to name NPCs, places, items, animals, whatever you are happy, you can redeem channel points to do that and name things. So this is the Soul Patch Swamp is what we got, and this is what we're getting in game. So it's always my challenge and joy to make it into something a little different, just like the spooky spaghetti. That's where that came from.
And Schmebulock.
And Schmebulock, and quite a few different items.
Meatball!
And Meatball, the dead
And
gnome.
Dragonbane.
And
God,
Dragonbane.
I miss Meatball.
Yeah, so the caravan is kind of slow packing up. I think at this point they're all, you're off having these adventures every once in a while, and they're all just kind of their day to day. Maybe a little concerned about, based on adding some extra people, there might not be enough supplies to make it the whole journey based on the current speed and stopping. Kind of mumblings from the guards and some of the drivers about that.
Can I pull an Oregon Trail and go out hunting?
I think we should.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
we
can.
did already ford a river a few sessions ago.
Yeah.
Go without me.
They might want to die of dysentery.
Yeah, if you would. So, do you want to kind of do that as the caravan's going?
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking out for small game like rabbits, stuff like that.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a survival check, and let's see how you do. Okay.
How does a 17? How many rabbits do I find with a 17?
With a 17, you're able to, as you're hunting for small game, you do find some berries and nuts that definitely feel, you kind of taste them, give them a sniff, and realize that they're fine to eat. Get a few berries and nuts, and you're able to actually take out 2 rabbits and get those to kind of help with your rations as the kind of remainder of the camp is kind of picked up and ready to move on. Howard kind of approaches Ken. Man, I don't know. Man, we should turn back. This swamp, and I don't know if y'all can keep us safe through all this.
Howard, shut up.
Don't talk to my brother like that.
Okay, he's doubting not only our ability, but your ability, Ken. How does
That's
it make you
fine.
feel?
He has the right to express his concern. It's my
Ugh.
job to assuage him. Howard, listen. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. We've been able to accomplish anything. So thus far, we're able to overcome any obstacle we've had. We're going to take good care of you. This has been your dream since we were little ducklings to start your own inn across the coast. I
I
don't think we should give up now.
I'm just thinking, there's just like a few days back, there was that really nice river pass, and we could set up a nice inn there. There's, I think, enough water pressure. We could get a mill going. I mean, plant some grain, have a stopping point for those coming up. I just, I don't know, man. This is a lot, Ken. It was easy getting here, finding the big town, setting up an inn. They wanted an inn, but what if they don't want an inn up north? What if they don't need me? What if we're wasting all
Only
this
one
time?
way to find out, man. Or duck, rather. You probably listen. Whatever decision you make, you have my full support. If you want to continue going to check it out, which I think you should do, at least don't leave doubt in your mind as to whether or not they still wanted your business. That would probably be what I would recommend. But if you wanted to go back to that river, by all means, I'm going to be there by your side.
Okay, well, y'all are headed up that way anyway, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's do it.
That's the spirit.
Any idea why it's called the Patch Soul Swamp?
Hold on. Karn, come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just stand right there. You see that underneath Karn's lower lip?
Oh, yeah?
That's called a soul patch.
Okay.
The same shape as this pond.
Oh.
Actually,
Swamp,
it was
rather.
a great bit of dinner.
Oh, well, that's not so bad. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I thought it was named after something like nefarious, like the lagoon of death, or like I don't know. Okay, I can't think of an example right now, but I was just really nervous that it was something bad. Okay.
No. It was probably named after the Smash Mouth clan.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, I heard of them before I left. I wish I didn't, but I did. Okay.
Hey now.
No, don't you start. All right. Well, hey, everybody, let's get going. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Ken. I appreciate you.
No problem, brother.
Thought you were calling me over here to point me out of the patch soul.
That was too silly.
Y'all keep this up and you're going to have to fight Shrek, okay?
Yeah, let
I
me
would kill
fight
the shit
Shrek.
out of Shrek.
I will fight Shrek and then God.
He's an orc, right?
Ogre.
He's an ogre.
Ogre.
An ogre.
All right.
Big, fat, stupid, ugly ogre.
So kind of the hilly area you've been traversing, the rolling hills, start to fade into some type of plains for just a day or two of travel. And you're able to kind of continue hunting. You move at a slower pace, but you're able to slowly fill up the rations where the food's a little better. The halfling chef that has been with you for a little while is able to do some real magic with whatever you're able to find. Combine some of these flavors into just, at some points, 2-3 course meals based on just a combination of scavenged food as well as the dwindling supplies that you have. And as the meadows and plains kind of fade, the ground becomes just a bit mushier and squishier as you slowly kind of look across this area of marshland is probably more accurate. I guess marsh is technically saltwater, so it is still a swamp, so never mind. But just trees that look dying and fallen over, thick bushes throughout, and several places a thick fog that just hangs in the air. Even well after midday, this fog seemingly constantly over the swamp as you begin to hopefully navigate it. Are one of you going to kind of take command of this, or are you just going to let the drivers navigate and do their thing?
I'll I'll walk out in front and see if I can't find the most solid ground that I can find.
That sounds like a job for James anyway. He's the closest we have to a ranger.
All right. So with that, we're going to use survival once again as you kind of attempt to figure out what part of the land is safest and navigate your way, continuing north. As at some points, this fog, even as it's like the high afternoon sun, in some places it just permeates so thick that you can't even see just a few feet in front of you. And even at a couple points, you stick your hand out and you can't see your hand due to the thickness of this seemingly unnatural fog. Go ahead and roll that survival. You need a second.
I'm going to. Can I look for sticks first?
Yeah, of course. You're able to find sticks in the ground. No issue there.
Okay. So what I want to do is the sticks into the swamp and provide a roadway, like line it up so that in case the cart can't see me or hear my voice, I'm gonna put these down where I think the best spot is.
Okay.
Trail markers. Can I roll survival too?
What are you going to be doing?
Me, as a duck, ought to know a little bit about swamp and what areas are probably deeper than others, and to guide the direction of the caravan.
Okay, so in that case, we would give James advantage because you're kind of helping him with it.
Okay. And it looks like you rolled a nat 20 then.
Oh,
We'll take it.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty. Okay. Yeah, you're able to find a really just a nice path as you kind of go through this swamp, and you realize that you're not going to make it the entire way through the swamp in a single day. But it doesn't seem bad except for the fog and the smell and the potential to go off course a little bit and maybe have a wagon stuck. But other than that, kind of normal.
How deep is this swamp?
In most places, water to most of you is about like mid-calf high.
So
Not,
like waist high on Chime.
yeah, well, on Chime's what, like 4?
She's like 4'9", I think.
Oh,
Probably knees.
yeah, probably about up to Chime's knees.
Okay.
In most places, it's not super deep.
Okay.
But you're in the cart,
Yeah.
right?
But like just in case.
Yeah, no, that's always a good question to ask.
Donald, you mentioned that there are some trees, even though they're dying. About how tall are these trees?
They vary in height. I mean, some of them aren't completely dead, but I mean, some are 25, 30 feet tall, but the tallest. Others are significantly shorter. A range of trees, as well as other common things you might find in a swamp: reeds, some fawns, ferns, swamp plants.
Can we find a patch above, like that's not underwater to put the carts on to camp?
Yeah, absolutely. How early do you want to camp?
Okay.
Do you want to wait until close to nightfall? Do you want to make this an early day?
I want to start setting up at least an hour before we get to nightfall,
Okay.
because I think that what we should do is take some of the planks off the side of the carts and put them under the wheels so they don't sink in overnight.
It's very smart. Sure. All right, so you call it an early day and make camp. And as the sun starts to go down, the swamp seems to almost completely change. The fog never dissipates, but it goes from this kind of quiet, almost serene, yet swampy area, and kind of comes alive. The sounds of bugs and small creatures, you kind of get little glimpses of them skittering around as you're setting up camp and hunting, and nothing that seems like it's gonna actually endanger you in some way, but just complete different from the day. Who is going to be doing watches?
I'll take first.
Well, yeah, you take first. I'll take second.
Okay.
I could take third.
Okay. So Chime, you just gonna get a good night's sleep?
I mean, I'm willing to help out if they need me.
Okay.
We'll wake you up if we need you.
Okay.
The three of you that are taking watch at some point, give me a Constitution saving throw.
That. 18.
Natural
Ken?
1. Crit fail.
Ken, how'd you do?
A 21.
Okay. So Ken and Karn, you both find yourselves, like, as you're watching, you're swatting bugs off you, like, almost the entire night as you're kind of standing out in the relative open. Your tents don't have nets, but seem to give you some relief from this. You swat a lot of them off. And the next day, you have, like, a couple of bug bites just scattered throughout your body. James, like, those bugs ate you alive. You were just kind of covered in welts and bug bites, and you're itching and just super uncomfortable. At this point, you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Cool. How do I mark? Is there a way to mark that on my sheet?
There is not.
Okay.
So at this point, with your first level of exhaustion, you just have disadvantage on all ability checks.
James, you all right there, buddy?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume that mosquitoes really like blood hunters.
Yeah, you have something in common.
I'm really, really hoping that those are just mosquito bites and you don't have, like, the plague or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe see a healer when we see a town next.
I might be able to make you a bomb later. Get some rest. I'll take over.
All right.
All right.
All right. In the middle of the night, can I look for little plants to try to make him a balm?
Well, you're not going to notice till the next morning.
Okay.
You're just not going to have enough overlap with anyone to, like, really... You're taking first watch, right?
I woke him. I mean, I woke up. He woke me up for second watch and then went to sleep. So I'm not going to notice this in the dark.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yep.
Alrighty.
It's one of those, like, delayed. Like, you don't feel those bug bites until, like, a day or two later. Or at least the next morning. But yeah, just 1 level of exhaustion. Not so bad. Okay. So next day, a couple other members of, like, the caravan, look like they're maybe feeling similar effects. Kind of scratching themselves a lot and just looking exceptionally tired. And Howard kind of approaches again and, hey, maybe we should, like, kind of get through this faster. I don't know. I don't know if another couple of days of this is going to be good for us.
I agree, brother. Not everybody here has the feathers you and I do to keep these skeeters off.
Right? I bet they
right.
taste
I
good.
do.
Well, let's figure this out. What can we do to get through this swamp faster, you think? Should I get behind and try to push?
I mean, I really appreciate what he was doing for us, but we might just have to just go, like, just go, kind of throw caution to the wind. I don't know.
All right.
I'm too tired to find the path today. Anyways, I'm just gonna rest.
Oh,
I'd like to try and climb one of the taller trees just to see if I can see anything beyond the fog.
okay. If you're taking your time, I'm not gonna make you roll to climb a tree. But when you get to the top, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. That's an 11.
Okay. You can make out a little bit of a path based on like how the water is looking and pooling that you think might save some time today. But other than that, it looks like a lot of swamp and a lot of fog that just for some reason isn't always going away. And it's not like a fog everywhere. It's just dense patches of this like white fog. But okay. Continuing on as one does.
I'd like to sort of talk to the crew in the caravan and try to convince them that we can speed things up at the expense of not being entirely vigilant for in the case of any sorts of creatures or enemy attacks. We go faster, but there's always that risk.
So you want me to traverse a unknown swamp without roads, just going as fast as I can and not worrying about it? Is that what you're saying?
We'll take care of whatever comes to the caravan. If we just get through this, we're less likely to encounter anything.
Okay, but what about the water, Ken? We still have
I
to make sure we watch
realize
out for
this.
deep spots. I think someone should lead out front.
I'm a duck. I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever you say. So you're still gonna look for spots as they go?
Yeah, he's gonna go at the head in the case if his foot goes through, he's not gonna sink. He's just gonna, waddle and say, hold up and change direction.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival check again.
They've been going so well until now. 9.
Okay. You don't have maybe the expertise that James was providing. Maybe it's a matter of luck. Maybe it's just this part of the swamp is more difficult. But as you are making the effort to check, you're able to ensure that nothing sinks and nothing gets damaged. But your pace has just completely almost stopped. As long as you're still checking, it's a lot of you step on one, it gives a bit, so you hold up, okay, turn around and go around, and it's so much of that. After you're doing this for probably 2 hours, and you can't see the previous night's campsite, but it's not too far away.
Yeah, this ain't working. Let's go back to our original plan. James?
All right. Still feeling pretty exhausted.
Buck up, buddy.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
I'll help you out.
Okay, so you're gonna have disadvantage on the ability check, but with Ken helping you, it's gonna be just a normal roll for that.
Straight roll.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay. I got a 12.
Okay. With a 12, you're not terribly faster than Ken, but you are indeed faster than Ken. So Chime and Karn, what are the two of you doing as this caravan is moving incredibly slow?
I imagine Chime would just be keeping a watch out for any kind of enemies approaching, or I don't know, any kind of wildlife that might threaten us.
Okay. Could you give me a perception check, please?
Sure. This is 6.
Okay. Karn, what are you doing in the meantime?
I am also keeping an eye out because I am naturally suspicious of all this fog.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception check as well.
Okay. 5.
Okay. So you're kind of like looking out and looking at just looking around for anything, and the daytime in the swamp is definitely it lulls you into a sense of calmness, and you find yourself combined with the slow pace, like both of you just kind of daydreaming and thinking about either home or Karn kind of revisiting everything you've been through in the last couple of days to the rest of the party, but the last 3 years for you. And it's incredibly difficult to focus on just the mundane task of looking around. But unfortunately, of course, something happens.
Oh, of course.
Because it wouldn't be a fun D&D story without, right?
Mm-hmm.
So suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, this tiny creature appears. It looks like a small, like maybe gnome-ish kind of creature, but covered in fur with a huge, like, oversized head, glowing yellow eyes, jagged teeth, and again, it's a very small creature, and it appears at the side of the caravan, seemingly just appeared there out of nowhere, and just as quickly as it appears, it yanks on one of your wheels of the middle caravan, and lets out a delightful like hee hee hee. And it has this wheel in its hand, just suddenly disappears and reappears 30 feet away, away from your caravan, and just
I want to shoot him.
okay. So in that case, let us roll initiative.
Oh, freaking time. All right.
Oh, let me
Back
get
here
you
with
all.
that wheel, you little bastard.
Let me get you all.
Hey,
on the
Tim,
map.
what's your dex?
Sorry, give me 1 second to get you on the map. Just a technical
Tim, what's your
issue.
dexterity? Modern.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. Mod is +1.
Well, mine is +1 too, as well. We have the same initiative and same dex. What's the next tiebreaker? Constitution.
It's whatever it puts it in order, or y'all can just decide.
You go ahead.
Oh shoot, I never
okay.
cleared from before. Would y'all get the 14?
Yeah, we both got 14, and we both have the same dex modifier. So
Karn and Chime, did y'all roll?
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you all. All right. Let's get this organized.
Let's get your face organized.
I would love to be organized in some capacity tonight, but that's not where we are. And that's okay. Let me
Did
get you all.
anybody see what that was that took our wheel?
Blast them!
Donald, is there anything I need to do special for this battle? Just because I've got my new loadout from being a fighter now, but I don't have any access to any of my old monk stuff.
I mean, you should have your. Do you have your equipment? You probably don't, do you?
No.
Yes, and give me a second. Let me just add a weapon to your character sheet real quick,
Sure.
and we can deal with the rest of it off stream.
So I'm gonna while you're doing that, I'm gonna turn to Ken. Hey, did you hear some weird creepy little laugh?
Cackling. I did. Came from around the side of the wagon. Anybody see anything?
Some bastard stole one of our wheels.
What?
What the
Where
hell
are
was
they
that
at?
thing?
I don't know. He ran off. And
We
shoot
were
his little
using
ass,
that
though.
wheel.
All right, I'm gonna pull my crossbow out. Actually, I'm gonna pull my hand crossbow and my dagger out.
This fucker's gonna pay. Hey, I have a spare warhammer if you want it, Karn.
I have to take an action to get it out of my bag, though.
Okay, roll
Probably
20 is
something you should have done yesterday.
roll 20 is like giving me all kinds of issues. I'm gonna have to exit it out and come back in. So
All right, we'll keep up the banter until you get back.
Fern,
Just-
did you see what he looked
Like-
like? Was he like some little, like, some kind of like gremlin looking thing?
I just saw giant glowing yellow eyes.
I saw a bunch of hair.
I smell onions.
I think that's
that's just the swamp.
Oh, never mind.
no, that
So
might
Shrek.
be me.
Baby Shrek.
Wait, do we have a spare wagon wheel? Just asking
Ooh,
for a friend.
Probably not.
Howard.
Howard.
Howard. Howard.
I mean, maybe, but he's just right. He's right there. You can see him. The wheel's as big as he is. You can just get it from him, right?
All of us turn around because we were facing the wrong direction.
Like, oh, that way. Shit. All
How the
right.
hell did, how the
Very.
hell did that little guy just pull a wheel off?
By the way, that cackle sounded exactly like a treasure goblin in Diablo 3.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. If I ever see his little face again, though, he's getting smashed.
Hey, don't you have a crossbow or something?
I mean, I have a
Longbow.
bow.
Then fucking shoot it.
Well, I would.
okay, Karn, it is your turn. We'll deal with your. You have a quarterstaff +1. It does. I don't know why it's being difficult right now.
Yeah,
He's
just
popping up.
He's
Yeah.
popping it up.
Yeah, but it looks like I've got access to my old character sheet, so I should be able to kind of work from there.
Okay, you're up first.
All right. Well, let me move some character sheets so I can see what the hell I'm doing.
Anyone else's turn order go away?
I just
Yeah,
have
all I'm
one.
seeing is the little creature.
Cool.
I'll close and pull it back up. Roll 20 is being a butt tonight.
Tech issue
Come on, roll 20.
Tuesday.
Just
Sorry, go ahead, Karn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start moving toward this little bastard. So let's see. So I'm gonna move my max amount over to this location, and it's really about all I can do at this point.
okay. And with that, James, you're up.
All right. First, I'm gonna say, may we have our wheel back, please? As I'm walking towards it, so I'm gonna go. There, 30 feet.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I can double that because not
Just dashing towards it.
Action. Yep. Please, sir. Please, sir. Can we have our wheel back, please, sir? Excuse me, sir.
It kind of.
Sir or madam?
What's your pronoun?
That's a valid question. It doesn't seem to be reacting. Ken, you are up.
Imagine
Yeah.
saying that like just in English in the middle of all of it's like grappling.
I'm gonna stay next to the caravan, try to keep an eye out for any more of them picking off wheels. and I want to ready an action to attack by standing kind of in between the caravan so I can see both sides, and with the great sword in hand, ready to go and listening for any kind of activity.
Got it. Okay. Chime, you're up.
Okay, Chime is gonna start. Oh shit! I can't yell. Chime is gonna yell, "Stop, thief!" and see if there's any like response.
Kicks when a no one.
I know that phrase because I've heard it so much. 10. Does he like freeze or drop it or anything?
He seems like he's looking at you all, and then just for like a split second, he looks over towards this green dense fog for a second and looks kind of frightened, and actually he just drops the wheel on the ground.
Oh shit, it's a swamp rat.
I'm gonna draw my bow but not shoot. If he goes to, I'm gonna ready an action. If he goes to pick up the wheel again, I'm gonna shoot.
Okay. With that, he drops the wheel on the ground, and begins to excrete this oil from all over his body. And just, it kind of forms a puddle where he's standing now. And then, like, looks around, and then turns his back, looks at, like, a little island across the way, and just teleports. From all you can tell, he's there. Oops, I just changed layers. He's there 1 second, and the next second, he's not. And he's across the way. And
with or without the wheel?
Without... Oh, I just moved the wheel. I didn't move the right thing. Without the wheel. The wheel, it seems to be kind of covered in this goop on the ground.
Great.
And then you hear a noise coming from that green cloud of fog. Just a...
James, get back here.
The hell was that noise?
No, that works out, I guess. The small kind of gremlin-like creature, that's probably the best description you've had yet, or anyone's had for this. It's kind of frozen in fear for a second as the creature walks out of the fog and makes a beeline right for James. It's probably 6.5 feet tall, and it seems to be just sewn together pieces of humans and orcs. You think one of the legs might be an ogre leg, but you're not positive. It's thick and a little bit taller, so it walks with a stutter as it starts to lurch towards James. Its arms just flailing out, almost indiscriminately, just looking to do damage. Doesn't make any noise other than just the... So James, it's going to be attacking you twice with its just slamming its hands into you. The first attack is a 26.
That hits.
8 bludgeoning damage. As its arm just swings. The second attack swings completely just wild. And it hits a tree next to you. And it cracks, and you're not sure if the cracking is from the tree itself or his hand, as it seemingly like starts to go limp, but somehow starts to kind of reform in front of your very eyes. But it definitely hurt the creature, as it screams out in pain as it smacks into this tree.
Great, a dumb enemy.
Karn,
Ellen, is that you?
you are up next.
Back to me?
You're up.
All right. I am going to be on the move once again. And I'm going to move as far as I can with my normal movement. And that's really about all I can do. But Donald, just to give you a heads up, I did go ahead and manage to get the quarterstaff attacks added into my new character sheet.
Perfect. So you did your normal move. Are you doing a action or bonus action or anything?
No, not the moment.
Okay. Do you want to dash instead and get closer?
No, I'll be fine back here for the moment.
Okay. James, you're up.
All right. This thing look like it's gonna be difficult to take down. Is there any way to tell?
You could take an action to kind of study it. I would say you would roll probably an Arcana check to get an idea of maybe what you're up against.
All right, I'm gonna study it as I run to the other side of it, trying to get a good look at its stitches.
Okay.
Is this disadvantage?
Yeah, it is a skill check. So you have disadvantage.
Do it anyways.
Okay.
Oh, man, that would have been a nat 20, but
Oh.
instead I got a 17. And
You poor guy.
I'm gonna run around him.
So you're kind of checking the stitches and checking it out. When knowing that it's some type of obviously magically animated creature, it's unnatural. And just based off the brief amount of combat you've had so far, it's gonna be tough without a doubt. But it's slow and lumbering and looks like as easy of a time as you currently had just running around it. You're probably gonna be able to put a hurt on it pretty easily.
Okay. I'm gonna yell back, aim for the stitches.
Cool. Ken, you are up.
I'd like to dash as fast as possible. So my character can probably swim faster than he can waddle. So it's not
Well, the water's not really deep enough for swimming. It's still only about ankle high, sometimes maybe up to your knee.
okay. Looking at where my speed would be on the character sheet, it says 25 here. So that's we can go about 10 squares, I believe.
Yep, with a dash.
If you start
Three,
moving your
5,
token
6,
and then right click, it will tell you how far you're going.
and that's 10. Are you guys okay with that? Or do you want me to do it the other way?
No, if you do 10, that's good.
That's 10.
No hot duck summer. Love it. Okay. Chime, you're up.
I'm gonna stay in place and get advantage on a short bow attack.
All right, roll to hit.
Oh, do I also get sneak attack?
Yeah, you would, because James is adjacent.
Because of James. Okay.
And you have
I caught
advantage.
his attention.
All right. So that's a 19 hit.
19 hits.
Okay. And that is 8 sneak and 8 piercing. So 16 total damage.
Gotcha.
Nice hit.
You have a solid shot right in the stitches. And it kind of hits one of the crevices and sticks in. But as it's kind of getting there, like there's a little resistance, as if your normal arrows just aren't doing the full potential damage to it.
Shit.
All right. The little wheel thief kind of looks back, sees what's happening, looks around, and lets out and just teleports once again, and then just takes off running as fast as it can as the remainder, seemingly like skipping on top of the water like a Jesus lizard as it's just arms out, just running.
Is it gonna spit in Wayne Knight's face?
No, he
No.
he will not. He's a little more polite than that.
Okay.
The golem kind of looks back at James and looks at Chime, knowing that's where the arrow just came from, and then just once again, not even like lumbers, just begins to swing his arms wildly at James again, since it's the closest target. First one's a 19
Hit.
for 11 bludgeoning.
Ouch.
Oh no. Second is a natural 20 for 21 bludgeoning damage. And that,
I am unconscious.
I think we had a talk ahead of time about nobody dying tonight, so let's that's the way D&D goes. All right, that is the end of its turn. Karn, you're up.
All right, I am gonna run over to the other side of this thing,
Oh.
and I'm gonna take a swing at it with a two-handed quarterstaff attack.
Oh, hey, Noah Jane. Thank you so much for the raid. We appreciate that so much. If you all are new to our channel, sorry, Karn, didn't mean to interrupt your turn. We are Kentucky Fried Dice. I'm Donald. I am one half of the typical streamers. Jilly Pie, there in chat, is our other, my partner, aka my wife, and she's awesome. She's just kind of chilling out in chat tonight, modding for us. Tonight is our D&D night. We are playing a homebrew campaign, D&D 5th edition. Thank you all so much for the raid. We can't tell you how happy we are. We're in the middle of combat. Yes, thank you for that shout out, Jilly Pie. If you're not following Noah Jane, please do. I love when she streams The Sims and try to watch her every chance I get. But yeah, corgi butts. Thank you all so much. We're gonna go back into combat though. We'd love you to stick around and watch if you love D&D. We have a kind of a catch up. This is our 16th episode on our Discord with a recap of all of our episodes. If you are interested in the story and want to catch up, I've already killed one player so far this campaign. He got better.
He got revived.
And we have knocked somebody unconscious just now. So sorry, Karn. Go and roll your attack.
Did, and it's a nat 20.
Awesome. All right, roll damage. That definitely hits.
All right, 10 bludgeoning damage.
Does that add in your +1 for the weapon?
It should be.
Okay, cool. All right, with that, make a solid contact. The crack against the monster's back just resonates throughout the swamp. And this enchanted quarterstaff that you got from your previous self definitely does the full amount of damage to it, as it is no longer paying any attention to really anything else, and immediately turns to face you and lets out the low as yeah, good hit there. James, gonna need that first death save, buddy.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
1 success.
Hey!
Hey!
If you haven't played 5th edition before, when you are knocked unconscious, you basically have to make 3 successful death saves, and if you fail 3 times, you die. So, right, 1 success. Ken, you are up.
Damn it, James, you gone and got yourself knocked cold.
He takes 5 paces. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my movement. And attacks. So I'd
Okay.
like to do Divine Smite too.
Gotcha. Go ahead and get that linked for me, and then roll to hit.
All right. So for those of you wanting to know a little bit about Divine Smite, it's a paladin thing that works best against fiends. And so that means basically when I swing and hit, I hit with radiant damage at the attack, and it deals an extra 2d8 for the first level, plus a 1d8 for each spell level higher than first. So I think we're level 4, so that's 68 on top of that, I believe. Is that right?
It's going to be a little different because it does the extra damage if it's undead or a fiend, and this is neither an undead nor a fiend.
So I do a nat 1 with my greatsword anyway, so.
No.
All right. So you let this huge swing out, the concern all over your face for your fallen friend, and let a mighty swing with your great sword as it launches right into the tree next to you. And for that moment, your great sword is just wedged into the tree. Your divine smite still holding on though, because that tree is not really a threat to you or anyone else. But that's cool.
Damn it.
Chime, you are up next.
Okay, so so I'm going to use my dash. Solving moving. Oh, God. Oh, sorry, that was my dog.
Bark.
Hi, you can stop now. Thank you. Okay, so that's 30. So I can get right by Karn and Ken. I have a question though, because with cunning action, it says that I can take a bonus action, and a part of that is to dash.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to dash as your bonus action instead?
I mean, I'm just curious about how that works because I've never done that.
So you would use your bonus action would be dashing instead of using your action to dash, if you so choose. So you would do your 30-foot move. You use your bonus action as a dash to move the extra 30 feet. So then you would still have, in that case, you'd still have an action left, or you could, I guess you could double dash. I don't know the rule on that for sure. If you want to move a total of 90 feet.
I would like to get around to James.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look up the rule for next time, but as of now, I'm totally fine with you moving 90 feet by using your move, your action, and your bonus action.
Okay. Yep, then I'm getting right next to James.
Cool.
And then that's all I can do.
Got it. All right. So the little creature that started this, the little furry gremlin with a huge head, looks back one more time, and kind of shrugs, and chuckles, teleports away, and just keeps running. He is no longer part of this encounter.
Bastard got away.
He did, and caused so many issues. And with that, the creature, this like stitched together pieces of flesh, turns and looks directly at the one who just hit him for so much damage, kind of completely ignoring everyone else, and just takes two big swings with his arms at Karn. First one's a 15.
That will hit.
16 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, that one hurts.
Second attack is a 17.
That also hits.
For another 16 bludgeoning.
Jesus Christ.
He is angry.
Ow.
Get out of here, man. Your next move.
Okay, that is all he is doing on his turn. Karn, you are up next.
Ugh. How beat up is this thing looking?
It's still not super hurt. It's hurt, but not. That's about all I can tell you. They don't have the 4th edition rule of like bloodied.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I am gonna go ahead and try to make another two-handed attack against it.
With
my
advantage.
Yep, absolutely.
That's gonna be another nat 20.
Of course it is. All right. Roll damage.
That's gonna be 16 bludgeoning damage.
All right, it staggers back for a second and kind of shakes its head as it takes this huge quarterstaff to the face once again and lets out a resounding crack once again, heard throughout, even louder than when it hit its hand previously against the tree. It doesn't seem to really enjoy what's happening to it whatsoever. James.
Well,
Oh, you
hang
need something
on.
else? Gotcha.
Yeah, I've got a bonus action too, since I'm gonna start using some of this nice fighter stuff. I'm gonna use second wind.
Okay.
So let me use a bonus action, regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus my fighter level, so +4.
All right.
So that's gonna be 10 hit points back.
Awesome. Glad you're healed up a little bit. And with that, now James, I need you to make your second death saving throw, please.
Yeah. There it is. Sorry. Lost where it was. Uh-oh, one fail.
Ooh.
One success, one fail. It's okay, guys.
All right. Ken.
It wasn't a crit fail.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Karn.
Okay.
It adds 2 to his AC.
You're not dying on me again, buddy.
Extra 2 AC. There you go. Little shield on you. Is that concentration? Yep. Okay. Perfect.
Thank you very much. I do not
And
want
that
to die.
is a bonus action for you, so you still have a move and an action.
Okay, can I trip him? Like sweep?
Yeah, of course.
All right. What do you want me to roll?
I'm gonna say you're gonna try to like, kind of. Are you gonna try to use your like dexterity to do it, or are you gonna try to use like just your strength and try to outstrength them?
Full on strength, man.
Okay. Give me an athletics check in that case.
Do I get advantage because we're flanking?
Sure. And that's gonna go against a strength check for him.
All right. How
Is he-
about an unnatural 20?
Let's see what he does. Oops, sorry. Ability check, strength. All right, yeah.
Sit down,
He
bitch.
starts to kind of resist, and lets out a as he topples to the ground. You kind of feel the earth shake as this creature is maybe a little more dense than you were originally expecting. And with that, he falls prone to the ground. So with that, he is down. That is your
Ken
action.
also
I so
prone
bad.
on
I
top
want
of
to
him?
pile drive him.
I'm gonna say like he just kind of was sweeping the leg and tripping him, so did like some shaq fu, and like got down, just got him by the leg, just real quick, and the like as the creature's like eyes got real big, completely didn't expect it, and just boom onto the ground. That's what we're going with.
Oh man. Call back to that awesome. What is that, SNES?
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
Sega.
SNES and Genesis.
Yeah, I think it was. I remember on Genesis. Yeah, shaq,
Multi-platform game that they
Shaq Fu is
invested in that
awesome, by the way.
awesome
multi-platform
awesome Shaq Fu.
classic.
With the most
Dark.
intimidating picture of Shaquille O'Neal ever featured on it.
All right, Ken, that is your turn then. And Chime, you're up next.
I want to force feed a potion to James.
Okay, so that'd be your action.
Yep.
You all have the list of your potions still.
Somewhere.
Let's see.
Loot list.
Be in our loot list.
We have one potion.
One
each.
potion
goes
you
your-
like.
You chose your action without looking at the list?
Well,
Yes.
we knew we had it.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
there.
It's on there.
Okay.
You want me to take it out?
Yeah, if
And
you don't
it
mind.
can be removed.
All right. That is 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
Am I rolling that, or is James?
Up to you all.
Go ahead.
As you kind of pull this potion out of the pack, the red shimmering liquid is just forced down his throat. And James, you regain 8 hit points.
Yeah.
Just 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 4
Yep.
or 2d4 plus 2? Okay.
2d4 plus 2 is
Got
the basic one.
I'm glad
I
we
got
actually had that
sunshine.
in there, and she didn't just wind up pulling out that old dirty empty vial.
The empty, dirty vial. Yeah, I'd rather not pull that out either.
So James, you are no longer
Unconscious.
unconscious.
Right.
Your death saving throws reset completely.
Already removed.
Awesome. And then you are also prone on the ground.
Okay.
All right. Chime, bonus action or action or move rather.
I mean, am I able to help him up or like pull him away or something? Guessing not. But
Yeah, I think if you use your, you could drag him away if you wanted to. The golem would still get an attack of opportunity. It'd be at disadvantage, but could still do that towards one of you.
I think I'm gonna just leave him then.
Okay. Do you want to do anything else?
Nope.
Okay. The golem has this like completely shocked look on its face, like it doesn't understand what just happened, but doesn't make an effort to get up, and still is just trying to throw everything it has at Karn. Karn seems the one that's doing the most damage to him. So it is going to attack you. Its attacks are at disadvantage because it's still prone.
Okay.
So a 17.
Shit.
Jesus, that hits.
Even with your AC advantage, god dang it.
19 bludgeoning.
I am unconscious.
And then seeing that you've fallen and no longer a threat, it's gonna take a swing at Ken at disadvantage.
Come at me,
these-
bitch.
A 20.
Jesus fucking Christ.
These dice hate you all. I just want you to know that.
God.
Uh,
All right, what's the
So,
damage?
15
So-
bludgeoning.
from what I'm hearing is, no one dies, but everyone dies. That's
Yeah, I think it's like a lot of people that play D&D in games like talk about they have really bad luck with dice. I think I have really great luck with dice as a DM, but in any other game I have terrible luck with cards. So if that makes you all feel any better, as
It doesn't.
okay, well I tried. Karn, death save.
Ooh, 7. That is.
Okay, so
Count as a failure, right?
it's one failure. It's just
Yeah.
a 10 or higher is a success, and 9 and lower is a failure.
I have my strength.
Yeah, at least you have your strength. James, you are up.
All right. I'm still prone,
You are.
and to stand up, is that an action or is that half my movement?
It is half your movement to stand up.
Okay. So I'm gonna take half my movement to stand up, the other half of my movement to run away, my action to disengage, and then a bonus action. Let's see, I can go 15. Wait, sorry, forgot my speed. Speed is 30. Yeah, I can go 15. Okay. I'm just gonna go over here,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use my right focus to heal Karn
Okay.
for. Actually, I might have a macro. Do I have a macro for this?
I don't know. I hope so. Macros are super helpful.
They're pretty handy.
6 healing.
Ah,
6 health.
much appreciated.
All right. So you are also
And
prone.
that's all of my stuff. That's all the things I could do.
And now as you like kind of make it closer towards this green fog, which you hadn't really paid a whole lot of attention to before, it smells kind of bitter and just just bad. It smells like just badness. You're not fully in it yet, but as you approach it, and little bits of it start to waft towards you, it's a smell that you can't quite pinpoint, but it's a smell that just instinctively deep within you, you know you want to avoid it. You definitely want to avoid going any deeper into it.
I'm already coughing from the health potion that I'm very glad that I received, and now I'm still coughing because of whatever this egg cloud is.
Exactly. Ken, you're up.
I cast Lay on Hands on Karn.
Okay, for how much?
Full, so I think it's 20 HP. Let me double check. I was gonna pile drive the motherfucker, but probably should focus on defense right now. Let me
Wrestle him.
Yeah, I thought about it. Pile drive would make me feel really good right now, but last time I made a decision, it didn't turn out so well. So you're blessed to touch. You can heal. It looks like equal to you can restore a total number of hit points equal to your paladin level times 5. So we're at level 4. That means that 20 to Karn's hit points.
All right.
Thank you.
Bonus action or move?
Bonus action, can't cast anything and can't pile drive him, right?
Right.
Pull out my Warhammer.
Okay. All right. Chime, what you got?
So I wanna. Okay, actually, you know what? Looking at this thing, the stitches, are they made of metal or something else?
Some of them are metal. Some of them are maybe other
Cats.
flesh. Kind of a mixture of everything.
Okay. Then I want to pull out my dagger and try to pop the stitches on at least one of the arms.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack with advantage.
Okay. 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Yeah.
That is 9 total damage.
All right. So you kind of reach a dagger in and find a soft point and flick your wrist and pull it back and able to pop out 2 stitches. And its arm starts to hang a little looser. So I'm going to give it disadvantage to attack with that arm.
Okay.
All right.
I
Anything
scream
else?
out nice one, but then cough a little bit. Nice one.
Bonus action or move?
Totally serious though.
No, I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
The golem kind of spins back, frustrated that something just kind of hurt it, and it's gonna take 2 swings at you with its arms both at disadvantage.
It's
First,
still on the ground, right?
it is still prone, still laying there.
Dumbass.
11 to hit with disadvantage,
That does not hit.
and a 14.
That ties.
Okay, so that would hit. So that is
Oh
going to
wait,
be
doesn't a defender?
no.
Yeah,
Not
that's
in
what I
D&D.
thought.
No.
Not in D&D. That's
Not-
in Pathfinder.
Yep. It just has to tie your AC. But you would win as a defender with a saving throw.
Okay.
8 blushing damage.
Okay.
Okay. It's still laying on the ground, still kind of just doing its thing. And Karn, you're up. You are prone currently, though.
Okay,
Hello.
I am going to exasperatedly get up.
Okay.
And I'm just going to look at the thing and go, "Yo, ugly. I didn't hear no bell."
What?
And go at it with another 2-handed quarterstaff attack.
All right.
That's 14.
You're gonna have advantage against it as long as you're attacking it when it's prone, because it's prone
Okay.
and you're not. So,
Well, that's a dirty 20 then.
all right. Roll to hit. Roll damage.
5 bludgeoning.
All right. And I'm just making sure, as a fighter, do you just have one attack still?
Let me take a look here.
I think you do. Okay. All right, you kind of just, at this point, take your quarterstaff and poke it down onto its body, and it just does not like that. And with that hit, it seeming like its eyes kind of change, start to glow, and it starts to kind of froth the mouth, and just seeming to like just lose control of itself and go into some sort of feral instinct. Unable to think, unable to do much of anything other than just have a frenzy. James, you're up. Unless Karn, you want anything else? Sorry.
Well, I do have action surge,
Okay.
so I'm going to use that to give myself an extra action, which is going to be another attack.
That's a shock. All right.
It's a 24,
24 does hit.
and that's going to be 11 bludgeoning damage.
All right. It's another just poke on the ground or a big smack with it, and it's still just kind of writhing on the ground there. Look at this point, looking pretty rough. Anything else?
No, I am fresh out of stuff to do.
All right, James, you're up.
Shoot
All
the
right.
motherfucker.
So I'm gonna step out of this cloud. And then I don't think I can. I forgot to look this up. I think it takes a maledict point in order to imbue my weapon. So I'm just gonna pull my crossbow out and shoot it.
Okay. You have disadvantage on your attack because it is prone. It's harder to hit because it's like laying on the ground and you're not.
What does that hit?
Got it. 17.
A 17 hits.
Then let's give it 5 piercing, which not magical.
Okay. This one doesn't quite find a seam. Doesn't bounce off by any stretch, but like makes a solid contact, kind of sticks into it, but not as deep as some of the other shots seem to have been doing. And with that, anything else?
Nope.
All right, Ken, you're up.
All right, now I've got my trusty warhammer that I've never used this entire battle because I just prefer greatswords. But it's heavy. It's pretty big. It's just as almost as big as the greatsword itself, and has a kind of a iron head to it. And so he holds it, rolls it in his hand, and starts holds it up really high above him, and says, "Sit down, motherfucker," and brings it smashing into the center of mass on this creature, who I believe you said was still prone, right?
It is still prone, so you have advantage.
All right, two-handed attack. Does does a 16 hit?
A 16 hits.
With for 5 bludgeoning damage to the chest.
And I
Or back,
think...
rather.
So when you cast your previous, that would have been your divine smite. Is that concentration?
Yeah, 10 minutes. So it's
not,
still good.
Yeah, so you go and roll the extra. You're doing radiant damage to it, and it's an extra. You're using a first level slot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing an extra 2d8 on top of that 5.
16 damage total.
All right, so as you make contact with your warhammer, this explosion of radiant energy hits it and just shakes its way through this creature as it once again convulses. And at this point, it is it's bloody and beaten, and some of the arms are starting to fall apart, and the stitches are coming loose. And it is not. It's just a shell of its previous fearsomeness. And with that chime, you are up.
I'm gonna keep popping stitches.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'll go and roll to attack, and again, you have advantage.
21.
Nice.
All right, roll damage.
11 sneak, and 7 piercing. So 18 total.
All right, at this point,
Scratching my furniture.
you go right down the torso where it's kind of stitched together there and pop just several, and the entire creature at that point just shakes for a second, lets out one final and just kind of unfolds into a mass of an ooze of whatever it once was.
Nice.
Oh
There you
man.
go.
Can I
Oh.
cast Cure Wounds on James?
Yeah, of course.
Like,
All right.
Also, nobody touched this wheel yet. I don't know what this black shit is on it, but I think I'm gonna pick it up with a stick and see if I can't like.
Like, rinse it off in the water.
poke it with the
Yeah,
stick
I
and
think
make
I'm
sure
gonna-
whatever is on it's not corrosive.
Yeah.
Don't light it with fire because the wheel is wooden.
All right. So you kind of just poke at it with the stick. Is that
First, yeah, just to like get whatever that oil stuff is on the stick to see if it's gonna like eat the stick.
so?
It
It
would have. Sorry, go ahead.
doesn't eat the stick, but the stick now is seemingly kind of attached to it, like it's this sticky, almost glue-like substance. But even as the fight is winding down and you're kind of figuring out for a second, it starts to just slowly dissolve, as the creature who cast it and put it there is likely way away and no longer thinking about this whatsoever.
Okay. So I'm gonna use the stick that it's attached to drag it back with me without touching it.
Okay.
We're
So I
not
don't have to touch
touching it.
All right. Kind of navigating and is hurt and already exhausted as you are from your previous night. It takes you a little while to do it, but you're able to get it back to the caravan, missing your wheel and Howard kind of walks up to you all kind of sheepishly. Funny story, right? Yeah, we have an extra wheel. So,
Howard,
God
I
damn it, Howard.
swear to God.
yeah, it's funny. But look, you all are
I'm gonna
fine.
swing the wheel up and touch his feathers with it and yank some of them out with the glue.
Oh yeah, so several feathers kind of just. Ow. Okay, maybe I deserve
Ken,
that.
I'm gonna bird wrestle your brother,
Here-
and
here-
I'm betting he's not as good at it as you are.
Okay,
I
wait.
got 5 gold on chime.
Hear me out. Look, we don't know what's going to happen next, so we really needed that wheel. And we could always sell it to other caravans coming up.
Did we, Howard? Did we need that wheel? Did we need that wheel? 2 of us almost died, Howard.
But you didn't, so...
All right. Do you have some just like scrap cloth that we can wrap this thing in so it doesn't stick to everything?
I really only have those nice sheets, and
Yeah, let's use those.
I really rather
Done.
not.
Use the
I
deck.
think- I think it's fine.
We can.
No,
we can
it'll be
leave,
fine. It'll wash out.
We can leave the wheel, or use it for firewood tonight.
I mean, the
I
wheel,
think-
it's still round. We might bump a little bit with that kind of, whatever that is on there, a couple of feathers, but...
Feathers.
Like, it's
You might
really-
also stick to the ground with this thing.
Oh. So, like, traction. Yeah, that's... Yeah.
No, as in the wheel will pull the axle off. It's glue.
Oh. Well, it looks like it's starting to dry.
Howard,
Yeah.
it's clear we need to use the good wheel, and it's going to take all night to put it back on. So let's just rest, set up camp, and worry about what to do with the broken wheel in the morning.
I mean, are we going to camp here again?
Yeah,
mean,
Howard. I guess we
can't-
are.
Yeah, we can't move the wagon without a wheel.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good point. I'm really glad you're here.
Dickhead.
Okay.
I am too, buddy.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think I saw some frogs over there. I think I'm gonna send some of the guys out to get them, and maybe we can have a nice dinner tonight, like a frog stew. Does that sound pretty good?
Yeah. Tell them to stay away from that green smog, fog crap over there.
Yeah, okay. All right, okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
I'm gonna go look for my great sword.
Oh, it's still like embedded in this tree.
All right, which tree?
The tree you're sitting by. There's a tree
Okay,
right there.
gotcha. So, that's a tree.
I'm gonna hit. Ken, here's my dagger. Hope maybe this will help you.
Oh no, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay.
Gotta pull it. Can I pull it out with an 11?
It's not even require a skill check. You just take enough time. You're able to get it out. Everybody else is kind of setting up camp, and they're being very respectful of you all and letting you kind of do your thing. They're really not expecting anything of you right now. Some of the drivers are already repairing the wagon. Some others are kind of getting some camping area set up for you, finding some solid ground, and the little halfling chef is getting a nice fire going. Just awaiting those frog legs with his kind of greedy little fingers, just kind of yeah, super excited about getting some frogs tonight.
So what I'm hearing is this is a short rest, and we can use hit dice.
If you want to take a short rest, you can. Hey, Jam Cow, thanks for the raid. You are
Jam
awesome.
Hello, everyone.
Appreciate it. I'll do the little spiel again. Appreciate you so much. If you're new to the channel, we are Kentucky Fried Dice. I'm Donald. I am one half of like the main part of our channel. I don't really explain it. We're really trying to be a community channel, I would think, but mostly Jillian and I run it. Jilly Pie is my partner and best friend and just amazing. And my wife. In chat, they're modding for us tonight. She is going to be playing Fall Guys tomorrow night on stream starting at 8 o'clock. We kind of do board games and whatever games make us happy at the time. But every other Tuesday, we do an ongoing D&D campaign, which is KFD&D, where I am Dungeon Master along with these amazing players. So we are on episode 16. The players just fought a flesh golem, and how'd it go? How'd it go? Sorry, that was super loud.
Right. Yes, we defeated the-
So yeah, we.
That's how it went.
That's how you won. You won. Yeah, you won.
Barely.
You won. It works. So if you love D&D campaigns, this is all a homebrewed. If you want to kind of catch up with the story, we have a Discord with a just recap of everything happening. We'd love to have you on there, play games with us, do fun things. Well played, Julie. Well played. So right now they're setting up. So it's up to you all if you want to do a short rest or if you want to do a full long rest. I was under the impression you're setting up camp, which would be a full long rest.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
That's fine. Instead of a short rest,
We
I'm
get
going to take
Spells
about.
back with short rest.
yeah, you can kind of rewind a little bit and say they can probably get that wheel on within an hour. I mean, that little creature got it off fast, so it's not a super complicated system.
Okay, and I'm gonna keep going through my book,
Sure.
and I am just staring at the text. I'm like, these words are in common, but I don't understand what it means, and I'm very frustrated.
Yeah, and your book is just a continuation of, again, like the seemingly day-to-day operations. Yes, Ken.
I'd like to go up to James as he reads the book and then turn it upside down. So try that.
Now the words are just upside down.
Oh, I'm out of ideas.
Okay, good thought, I guess.
All right, so we're doing a short rest, is that right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and get your hit dice back as you so choose.
With the perioptive wound closure, whenever you roll a hit dice to regain hit points, double the number of hit points it restores. Just FYI. So that was a gift from Schmevilak.
Yeah, Schmebulek gave you one of those. I think it's anytime you roll just dice, isn't it? Or is it just hit dice?
I just hit dice. I wish it was an instant. Yeah, I wish it was any time. But
Wait, what was that?
I
I
think that
double
only
roll
works,
hit dice, you
only
double
works
it?
for you, Ken. It's
Oh.
only if you're wearing it and it requires attunement, so you can't like just pass it around.
Mhm.
but you also automatically stabilize if you ever start dying. So
So it's 22. I think I'm back to normal. Okay.
all right, so your little halfling chef friend kind of dials down his excitement, realizing you're not stopping for the night, but still is like trying to convince some of the people that aren't working on the broken wheel to go off and still get some frogs for dinner tonight. As you all are just resting and kind of licking your wounds from that. And Howard, hoping that you've maybe calmed down a little bit. Uh, so like, what do you think that was?
I don't honestly know, brother. It looked like it was fabricated, as if somebody had created it, sewn together a bunch of parts of different creatures, and it didn't look like it was from this world, or at least not the whole part of it. It looked like it had a leg from an ogre, looked like it had arms from a human, and a torso from an orc, and I guess the intelligence of a rock, maybe. But anyway, uh,
It
How much
was
would I
a,
have gotten off of my Arcana check earlier, or should I re-roll that?
If you'd like to like look into it a little more, you have time. You're not under as much duress. You're
James,
still gonna have disadvantage because you're exhausted from the bugs the night before.
Oh, he short rest won't cure that exhaustion.
Only an actual like long rest of not being interrupted.
Okay.
All right,
oh,
I got 11 with my disadvantage.
Okay. So one thing you don't really get a whole lot of more insight into it, but I think as someone maybe touched on it before, someone made this. So someone made it for a reason, and very likely put it here for a reason.
it was put
Oh.
together from a lot of different things, but it wasn't horribly put together. There was some consideration put into that thing.
Exactly.
I mean, it beat the hell out of us.
Can I roll perception for any kind of sort of something that looks out of place, like a rock that might be fake, or that doesn't have moss or lichen growing on it like it's supposed to, as if it were kind of like blocking a secret passage, or same with the tree, or maybe some footsteps somewhere?
Where do you want to look exactly? And
Close
that'll
to
determine.
where the golem came from, close to the smog.
So from best you can tell, it came from inside that green fog, where almost all of the fog you've seen the entire time has been this white fog.
Okay. I'd like to step into it briefly and see how it affects me while
Hold your
holding my
breath.
breath.
Okay. So you're gonna hold your breath and try to look around in there, or just hold your breath while standing in there?
Hold my breath while standing in there and see if it burns my skin or my eyes. If it does, I step out immediately.
It definitely kind of stings your eyes. I wouldn't say it fully burns, and your eyes start to tear up. But on your skin itself, it's a little uncomfortable, a little tingly, but not like a burning sensation.
Okay, keep walking.
Okay.
All right, can I see anything?
It's very difficult to see. Your eyes are getting watery, so even like looking around in here is going to be incredibly difficult. Go ahead and make a investigation check with disadvantage.
12.
Okay. You're searching and searching. Don't seem to really find anything. But at this point, you're holding your breath is becoming increasingly difficult. You've been in there for maybe 2 minutes as you kind of search. Okay, so I take it you leave, and yeah.
I leave.
Come out.
Yeah, do I
have an
see these
idea.
bones on the ground or?
Yeah, you actually, as you kind of leave, you do notice there are some looks like mostly animal bones, but yep, on the ground there. Forgot I had those. What was that
Ken,
called?
come out of the fog. I have an idea.
you got a gust spell or something?
I don't, but I think I might have something that might help us out if we're looking for something in here.
All right, bend over.
Not quite what I was going for.
Oh, never mind.
All right. I
At
am
that,
gonna
I
walk.
look up from my book for a second, and then I go back to reading, pretending like I didn't hear anything.
You give the kind of queer eye, like, what the fuck?
What you got, Karn?
All right. I'd like to hold my breath and walk into the middle of the fog, and I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay. So you do actually detect magic, probably a couple of feet, maybe, below the ground, in the center of this fog. But I think the longer you look at it, the more you can tell about a spell, right? So the question is, how
Yeah.
long do you want to look at this?
Well, about how far do you think it would be down? Because it's
3 feet.
Maybe a foot and a half, 2 feet.
Okay. It says you have a
okay.
maximum of 3 feet of dirt in the spell.
3 feet. Yeah. Reason I asked. I'd like to try to examine it for about 30 seconds.
Okay. And that will let you know. Sorry, I was not prepared. Never prepared for what you're all gonna do.
You guys, you don't have to tell us that. We believe you're prepared with everything.
That's true.
Yes, everything.
Also, this is brand new for me, so
So it's a school of
Fish.
no. Uh, Abjuration.
Big difference.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And actually, as you kind of look at it a little longer, a little enchantment as well. As if
Hey,
maybe
what
this
do you
is...
see there, Karn?
there's some kind of enchantment down here, just a little ways under the dirt. Can't
Are
tell
you talking
exactly
from
what
inside
it
the
is.
cloud? Get out of there.
Oh, I guess you would be. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit.
You can't talk and not breathe, or keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, you can. Well, okay.
Sorry, Karn.
13.
Had to RP that.
All right. Take 6 damage as you breathe in this just caustic. It hits your lungs, and just immediately start coughing. But it's 2d6 poison damage.
Ugh, you smell like onions.
We all smell like onions. We're in a swamp.
Would be onion swamp if it
Anyone
wasn't
else
renamed.
smell cabbage?
What's the native term here? The indigenous people for smelly onion.
Haven't found any
A
indigenous
Shrek.
people except for maybe the
Gremlin.
your
Well,
friend Daniela from a long time ago.
never mind.
I'm gonna hold my breath and go in. And Karn, you told me you saw something underneath, didn't you? Under the ground.
Yeah, pretty much right
Yeah.
in the center. I couldn't tell exactly what it was, but there's something enchanted under the ground.
Hold on, give me a second.
Ken takes a huge deep breath, goes to where Karn was standing, and starts digging.
Okay, just with your
hand.
hands.
Yeah, just my hand.
All right, with it being the swamp, the ground is soft and relatively easy to dig through. How fast can a duck dig?
Pretty damn fast.
Let's say it's with the ground being what it is. After about a minute or so, you get down and there is a just metal spike. Your hand just brushes against it at first, and as you dig more around it, it's definitely just a metal rod, the pointed end on one point, that's been put in the ground.
All right, I come out and take a deep breath.
Okay.
There's something down there, definitely. Looks like a metal spike.
And can I cast Lay on Hands on Karn again?
Uh, I think that's only after a long rest.
Okay, you're right. I don't. Well, okay. I don't have any then.
I'll be okay.
Uh, I'm going to find like a thick lily pad or something. It's like I'm gonna go try and wedge it out without touching it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go in and do that.
All right.
Hold my breath.
Holding your breath. Uh,
Strength check.
yeah, a strength check.
Okay.
And this is still with disadvantage because you're still exhausted.
12 with disadvantage.
Okay. Luckily, Ken was able to kind of dig out pretty well for you, and you get the lily pad wrapped around it and kind of yank it out. And with the ground being so soft and the digging already happening mostly, you pull out probably a 6-inch long, just maybe iron spike.
All right, I'm gonna walk out and then lay it on the ground and then breathe back in. All right, found it.
All this for a chunk of slab. The hell?
So, are there any runes on it or anything?
Nothing you can see.
All right, might as well hold on to it. Might be important. You detect any further magic, Karn?
No, this is definitely what was causing it.
Shit.
Can I get anything with an Arcana
Donald, is
check on
there
it?
any change in the green fog?
Green fog is staying the same.
Okay.
You want to attempt an Arcana check and just try to like really look at it and check it out? Yeah, you can roll Arcana.
Yep. How's a 19 do?
It is great. So as Karn pointed out, and you look at it and really investigate it, you didn't see runes on it before, but do see now looking closer, and really focusing on it and kind of recalling your training on these strange magic items. It's perhaps an anchor of some type, tied to this creature, that kind of tells it where to be and where to guard. But what it was guarding is unclear still. And likely also was able to kind of channel its energy up, to protect the creature from whatever this gas was. But other than that, you're not 100% sure on what else it would be doing.
Hold on, I got an idea. Can I see that spike?
I mean, don't touch it, but yeah, it's
Okay.
right here.
All right.
So Ken grabs a spike and then walks into the fog again and starts breathing.
Okay. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Really?
Yeah, really. It protected the creature. Didn't say it was protecting anyone. Okay, with an
All right,
8,
does it-
18, you kind of breathe in, feel that something is not right, and almost immediately realize to stop breathing.
All right. I cough a little bit profusely and come out and throw the spike on the ground. And fuck this, it's not working.
Um, can I figure out a way to destroy or undo the magic?
With that previous Arcana check, a Dispel Magic cast that was a higher level of these spells, it would certainly do it.
All right. So, I don't think anyone here can undo magic.
Not
Nope,
me.
Okay. Well, this thing appears to have basically kept whatever that creature was here, like it was guarding something, or it was set here for something, maybe to be in our way or someone's way or anyone's way, or I don't know. I don't know motive. I just know this thing was meant to keep this thing here.
I think we need to hold on to that spike. Maybe there's a way we can kind of trace it back to its owner. You never know.
Or it could bring another being anchored
That's
to
why you
it
should hold on
right
to
to
it.
us.
Couple
Thank
minutes
you.
during this conversation, Howard, hey guys, the wheel's done, so we can get going.
Oh, thank the gods. Let's get the hell out of this swamp.
All right, I'm gonna wrap it up in a lily pad, maybe like 4 or 5 that I can, and try and like just, I don't know, wrap it up with some whatever
Hey, do you need any
appears
duct
to be
tape?
rope like. Oh my god.
If I were about to give you disadvantage for that, just permanent disadvantage for anchoring the gods.
I haven't made a duck joke in like 3 episodes. Give me a break. I kind of ran out for after a while.
Roll a dad.
Okay.
Roll a dad joke save.
Roll a dad joke. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna roll a d20
All right.
for my humility.
All right. Well, let's keep this thing, but let's keep it to where if we have to, we can like chuck it, like get rid of it if we have to.
Okay.
I don't want it like buried in someone's pack where you have to dig around for 5 minutes to get rid of it.
Why don't you use some of that
Alright.
glue on the wheel and stick it to your head? Make a third horn.
Do you know how offensive that is to my people?
I don't know.
I
Sorry.
thought some of your people did have 3 horns.
My people are humans. I don't know. I grew up with humans.
The
All
only
right.
thing I
And
know
Ken
is
takes
that,
off walking towards the wagons now.
You should
the
send
only
him
thing
a,
I know
send him
about
a bill.
three horns is that they do not play with long necks.
Oh man, deep cut.
Deep cut indeed.
I think I saw that in the theater when I was in elementary school.
Wow.
Anyways,
Anyways,
let's take off.
all right. So at this point, the previous driver kind of had it with the slow moving. You hear him grumbling about, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna tell where to go. Be fine. It's water ain't that deep.
Cool.
Go.
I'm gonna sleep in the back.
Okay. The night kind of starts to fall. What about a watch for you all?
I'll definitely take a watch.
Okay.
Thank you, Chime. If you get, yeah, I'm still like, I did not sleep well after that bug bite stuff. So if you don't mind, I would like a little bit of extra sleep.
I'll take second watch then.
Okay.
Take third watch.
I think we know what's coming. The 3 of you Constitution saving throws.
Great.
Yay!
I'll take second breakfast.
11sies.
19.
10. Don't look at me like that, Donald.
Okay. James, you have lost your level of exhaustion.
I feel like I should get advantage for being a bird.
I was about to say that. She's covered in feathers. Mosquitoes don't bite birds.
You're fine. Mosquitoes don't bite birds.
No, they don't.
Yeah. Mosquitoes go for mammals.
You ever seen a bird scratch itself?
You know,
Yes.
I don't spend a lot of time watching birds. This might come as a big shock.
Because birds don't exist.
No, the birds work for the bourgeoisie. We know this.
So the third day in the swamp, the driver, his name is Bosa, is just kind of done.
Oh no, he has a name now.
He has a name.
That's unfortunate.
his red shirt glistening in the swampy sun.
The rank wouldn't happen to be ensign, would it?
just kind of fed up with stopping. He just wants to all motor no brakes, and is just like, all right, we got this. And is like leading from the seat, and just as the sun starts to set, uh, the swampiness kind of turns to just these rolling meadows, full of just wildflowers, and the smell itself changes from this uh, eggy, oniony, just swamp, stagnant smell to this sweet perfume as you're almost just surrounded by meadows upon meadows of wildflowers, little butterflies, and as the night is starting to come, even fireflies and like lunar moths in the air. The mountains, what seems so far away long ago, you think you're very close. You can see the snow-capped peaks as they are just not so far in the distance now. I think this is a good place to end it.
Okay.
Awesome.
So way to not die, you all.
Yay!
We will not be back on July 20th, so you're going to have to basically go a month without your KFD&D fix.
Ooh.
I will be
That's fine.
on
That's
vacation.
fine.
We don't need a DM. Let's do it by ourselves, guys.
Oh yeah.
Fuck it,
So-
we'll do it live.
Our next episode will be August 3rd at 8 o'clock Eastern. So we'll tune in and see what happens with that spike. Do they make it through the meadow of deadly bugs and flowers? No, that's
Don't.
fine. No one's redeemed that yet, which is fine. It's fine. Y'all don't want to redeem on me. It's cool. But thank you all so much for playing tonight. Let's see. We are going to raid someone because that's what we do, right? Gonna pass along that good karma. We're gonna raid the Charity Board Gamer because he is really great and he is playing looks like Dauber's Quest for the Key, which is another tabletop role-playing game. So if you like watching this, please give him a follow. Say hi in chat. If you are a subscriber, post our raid emote. If you're not a subscriber, post the Tomb Raid emote. If you want to post both, that's cool. But I think that's it. So tomorrow night, we'll be back as Jillian plays Fall Guys with some friends. And that's all I got. That's it.
Ball bean do bros.
Peace out, friends.
Come join the KFD con because I'm doing a cool Pokemon TTRPG.
Oh, we'll talk more about KFD and Con next time. But yeah,
Yeah.
see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.